Today I'll be talking about girls' lack of participation in STEM, also known as science, technology, engineering, and math. And the media that I looked at was a Verizon commercial that featured a girl who was interested in STEM-related fields, but her parents just kept on discouraging that and trying to fit her into a gender-typical role of a girl. So let's take a look at the video.
Who's my pretty girl? Sammy, sweetie, don't get your dress dirty.
Sam, honey, you don't want to mess with that. Let's put him down.
Samantha, this project has gotten out of control.
Hey, careful with that. Why don't you hand that to your brother?
Our words can have a huge impact. Isn't it time we told her she's pretty brilliant too?
So as we can see from the media clip, Samantha was already being prepped into being the stereotypical girl who didn't get involved in anything STEM related or gets muddy or anything like that. And this had a lot of bearing on the roles that she was able to get into. She wasn't able to get into STEM, and this is how a lot of the media portrays women. And the Gina Davis Institute says that girls are portrayed in stereotypical and highly sexualized ways when they're in the media, which just limits them in their roles and portrayals. And the young girls looking up to that don't really have positive role models to say, oh, I can get into STEM or I can get into something positive. It's just always highly sexualized and stereotypical. Teachers also have an influence on girls' participation in STEM, as Gunderson, Ramirez, Levine, Baylock said that boys are thought to be better at STEM than girls. And this has a really big influence on how teachers view girls in STEM-related classes. A study by Rosenthal and Jacobson in 1992 came up with the Pygmalion effect, which basically refers to when you have an expectation for someone, in most cases positive for boys, then they're more likely to perform at that level than if you have a negative expectation, then they're more likely to not perform as well because of those expectations. So what Rosenthal and Jacobson did was they had a group of students who they labeled the bloomers, and they told the teachers that these group of students are very bright, they're promising, but they didn't label the next group, the study group, that way. But what the teachers didn't know was that all the students were randomly assigned and there was really no difference. But at the end of the year, the teacher expectations had an influence on the bloomers, and they performed academically better as far as grades than the non-bloomers. And this can be related to girls' participation in STEM because they're not as encouraged, because like I said before, by the study by Gunderson and Ramirez, that boys are better than girls. That's the belief. So boys are more likely to be encouraged than girls. Peers also have an influence on girls' participation in STEM-related fields. Saucerman and Vasquez noted that girls are more likely to be motivated to pursue STEM-related careers than when they have friends who support them in those endeavors than those who have friends who endorse gender-typical roles. So we see in the video how Samantha's brother didn't really stand up for her or didn't really endorse her pursuing STEM-related careers, but instead he was kind of like a passive like bystander into the father's when the father was like, hand the drill over to your brother. So all of this just wraps up into girls not participating in STEM as much, and it really influences their earning potential because STEM related fields are more male dominated and they tend to pay more than those that are non-STEM related, which tend to pay less, and they're female dominated. So this Verizon commercial really showcased that the issue is really big and that it needs to be addressed. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.